We visited Kings Canyon National Park near Fresno, California on September the 8th and 9th, 2022. If you would like to get notices when I post again, be sure to subscribe right here. Just click on that button. This is the 461,901 acres that make up the two parts of this park. It is adjacent to Sequoia National Park and often talked of as one park, Kings Canyon and Sequoia National Park, and it's hard to tell when you're in one or the other. It was established on March the 4th, 1940, and it has approximately 700,000 visitors a year. It is in the Sierra Nevada mountains of California. And now we come to the entrance to Kings Canyon and Sequoia National Park. They are considered to be a unit by the National Park Service. It is located here in California. These parks are surrounded by many other parks. We're going to Kings Canyon today, but Sequoia National Park's a part of it. We saw Manzanar and Death Valley in the spring, and we'll be going to Yosemite next. This is a rather large park, and we're going to be looking at the northern part of it today. We're going to be following this route through the park all the way to Rhodes Inn and then back to Grant's Grove to look at the trees. As we enter the park, we can start to see large trees. These large trees on the right are young sequoias, probably only a few hundred years old. We'll be coming back to the Visitor Center tomorrow. Our idea is to drive all the way to the end of the road and then turn around and come back and start looking at things and look at what we don't see today tomorrow. Soon we're on the rim of Kings Canyon looking across it. This is a glacier carved. It's more than a mile deep, and some of the peaks are over 3 miles high around it. We're going to be going down to the bottom of it and driving along there. And now it's time to descend into Kings Canyon. It's over a mile deep, so it's going to take a long time to go down. And this is the difference between Kings Canyon and the Grand Canyon. In the Grand Canyon, you're on the rim looking down. In Kings Canyon, you're going to be in the bottom looking up. We have been following the South Fork of the Kings River, and here you can see it as we get lower and lower. We've now reached the bottom and are driving along through the forest there, looking up at the various hills around us. We've actually been in Sequoia National Park, and now we're entering Kings Canyon National Park. And we'll be driving along the Cedar Grove Village area. Some people say this reminds them a lot of Yosemite with the large granite mountains around it. At this point, the South Fork of the King River is fairly small, but it's crystal clear. And now we come to Road's End, which is literally the end of the road, and now we're driving back up out of the Kings Canyon. This is the road we've been following coming up, and down there is the South Fork of Kings River. In 1951, the McGee Fire devastated this area of the park, and it's just now starting to come back after almost 70 years. We're going to be seeing a lot of fire areas in the national parks here in California. And now we're back among the sequoias in Sequoia National Park. We'll be stopping at Grant's Grove and taking a hike and looking at some of the trees. This is the route we'll be taking as we go through this area. As we get out of the car and look, there are some giant sequoias right by the bathroom. The sequoias only grow above 1,400 feet, or about a quarter of a mile high. And you can see here some of the bases of the trees. The one on the right was hollowed out and used as a house for a while. General Grant tree, called the nation's Christmas tree by Calvin Coolidge, is the third largest tree in the world. It's 268 feet tall and 157 feet in circumference. It's 1,700 years old, and you can see from various perspectives how huge it really is. The giant sequoias are part of the cypress family. They're adapted for periodic fire, and their bark is 18 inches thick. The cones open only after a fire and can lay dormant for 20 years. These are young sequoias. They have a red or orange bark, and that sets them off from other trees. The Gambling Cabin was where the Gambling brothers lived at first, and then it was turned over to the National Park Service. The centennial stump is 24 feet across and was cut down and taken to the Philadelphia Expo in 1876, but they called it the California hoax because they thought the tree couldn't be that big. Brother saw a California mule deer when she went around the rest of the loop. I went back after seeing the General Grant, and here she comes now. We now end our first day in the park and begin our second day in the park. And now we join the Kings Canyon byway that we were on yesterday and drive up to Grants Grove Village. We're going to be eating lunch here. Now it's time to head down south again toward the south entrance. We'll make a few stops along the way. This ends this video.